From Global's newsroom at 1 o'clock, the Education Secretary has defended the Prime Minister amid fresh claims of rule-breaking during lockdown in England last December. A photo has emerged of Boris Johnson alongside two colleagues taking part in a Downing Street virtual quiz. Nadeem Zahawi told Swarbrick on Sunday on LBC Boris Johnson was respecting the rules.
The Prime Minister on a screen, right, on Zoom or Teams, right, talking to his team, his staff, who couldn't stay at home. They had to be in the office to deal with the national emergency, to thank them and motivate them. Now, the number of emails I've had from constituents, as have other MPs, around parties and what people sort of perceive to be parties, I think they'll look at that and they'll make their own mind up.
The government's warned tens of thousands of people could end up in hospital as a result of the Omicron variant, even if symptoms are less severe than the Delta strain. Mr Zahawi says it could become the dominant variant in the UK. Dr Angelika Coetzee, chair of the South African Medical Association, first alerted authorities to the new strain. She told Swarbrick on Sunday on LBC she thinks the government could be overreacting.
We are now in our 4th week and still virtually none of my colleagues in the private sector in Gauteng, where the epicenter is, had admitted anyone. It's mild disease. I'm sorry. I know the scientists want us to say there's going to be a cytokine storm. There's going to be terrible patients, with hospitalization, with disease. It's not there.
The Foreign Secretary says the West and its allies are considering all options on how to respond if Russia invades Ukraine. The UK and US are concerned about tens of thousands of Russian troops at the Ukrainian border. Liz Truss, who's hosting a summit of the world's leading economies in Liverpool this weekend, says they've sent out a very clear united message to Vladimir Putin that any incursion would have massive consequences for which there would be a severe cost.
We've also shown that we stand for freedom and democracy and the right of people everywhere to live free from oppression. We need to make the positive case for individual humanity and dignity, which lies at the heart of our democratic, free societies.
A man arrested following the disappearance of a senior nurse assistant in South London has been released on bail. Petra Sanova was reported missing by a concerned colleague at the Evelina London Children's Hospital 2 weeks ago. And the weather, patchy rain over Wales and central England, spreading northwards with some drier and brighter conditions developing to the northeast. Breezy but mild with a high of 13. From Global's newsroom, I'm Tim Humphrey.